Recently, I've been trying to accept some of the uncertainty in my life.
You're about to enter the workforce.
Concerns over the new COVID strain.
The Great Resignation.
Figure out what we want to do with our life.
Do what makes them happy.
Helping you find your dream job.
I used to think that the older we get, the more certain things should be, right? But I realized no matter how old you are, I think that everyone is still trying to figure things out. And I'm often used to the sense of comfort. In school, we're taught that A equals B. If we do this, we'll achieve that. And if we do these things in this specific order, we'll be successful, right? And I used to not be intentional in my actions. I used to just follow the crowd, taking all the classes, joining a bunch of clubs. But now that I'm not in school anymore, what now? Where do we go from here? There's this book I've been reading recently called Designing Your Life by Bill Burnett and Dave Evans. And they talk about using design principles to rethink your life and career. And there's one useful metaphor that the authors talk about. They talk about how people often live their life thinking that they should be following a map to get to wherever they want to go. But in reality, it's more like following a compass, only knowing the general direction of where you want to be. With every passing moment and every decision you make, the future is always changing. And if you were to follow an exact plan, it wouldn't leave room for flexibility for the things that might happen along the way. And I think about that a lot. Starting this YouTube channel, I used to think that if I didn't have the perfect plan or the perfect strategy, why even start in the first place? The idea that we have to have a perfect plan or perfect strategy is in part to do to how we tell stories about successful people. In school, we learned about the founder of Honda and how they broke into the motorcycle market in the 1960s. And they told two versions of the story. The first version, let's call it Honda A, describes the founder as being genius, having the perfect strategy, and entering the market at the right time. The second version, let's call it Honda B, describes the founder as being gritty, figuring things out as he went, and overall adapting to the market. In reality, the true story might be a mix of both, Honda A and Honda B. A mix of both great strategy, but also just figuring things out as you go. In our media and our society, successful people are often told through the lens of Honda A, that this founder was a genius, had predicted all the trends. Although this might be true, and I don't want to discredit anyone's hard work, I just think that some of those things we'd only know in hindsight. Sometimes, the one thing you need is not the perfect plan or the perfect strategy. It's the right mindset. The courage to trust your gut and to follow the direction that you want to go in, and to accept the uncertain. So in whatever you want to do in life and whatever goals you want to achieve, try following your own direction, and maybe not a map. It might take you to places that you might never have even imagined. I'm going to leave you with this quote by Seth Godin. He says that for important work, the instructions are insufficient. For the work we'd like to do, the reward comes from the fact that there is no guarantee, that the path isn't well lit, that we cannot possibly be sure it's going to work. It's about throwing, not catching, starting, not finishing, improving, not being perfect. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you guys like these kinds of videos. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.